Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It's opening week in the NFL, and today we have two teams who are more than ready to get the season underway. It's the Bills going up against the Patriots. With that, let's call in our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis, with this opening week matchup.
All right, Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Tonight, it's the Sunday night opener for the new NFL season between the Buffalo Bills and the New England Patriots. They come out here in the eye. Now they try the right side here. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. As we get a look at the defensive starters, the secondary, they're certainly going to need to be on their toes in this one.
And you know me really well. Where do I start analyzing a game? From the secondary. And these guys have to be on point today. They're facing a high-powered attack.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Detroit!
Now a handoff looking right. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call.
Let's go!
They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. Try the right side here. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Leopard! Here we go!
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they certainly didn't waste any time throwing some deep passes here. But the defense, it wasn't unexpected. They told their secondary, be ready. You're going to be tested all night by this team.
So a second down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. On first down, he'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. off looking right. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. And look at that. I'd say somebody's already in mid-season form here in game number 1.
Doesn't need a whole lot of carries in the preseason, does he? He needs to get the ball when it counts. And when it does, he makes it count.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And the play clock's running down. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles.
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriots score. A great play there, taking it in from a yard out. And the Pats have taken the early lead. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Carry for Matt Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 16 on the pickup, and it's first down, Buffalo.
How many times in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it's a 2nd down. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one.
Come on!
On 2nd down, here's Taylor. A dump underneath to Jones. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And quickly, let's check out the New England defense.
You have to love Jamie Collins. You can use him just about anywhere on the defense. Inside linebacker, outside linebacker, defensive end. He might even play a little bit of safety if you give him the chance.
So here we go, a 3rd down after the 2nd down pass completion.
Let's go!
Taylor now to throw on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass.
Let's go!
Here we go on 4th down with Taylor. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Here we go!
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Second down following the run.
Here we go. Brad 38. Flex round. Flex round.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. This is caught. Watkins. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 28 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Kai Forbath on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Here we go now.
Now they try the right side here. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. They've got a second down at 5 here to start things out.
Check. Patriot.
They come up in an offset eye.
Check. Patriot.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
And this is where an offensive lineman really earns a living. You're on your own side of the field, but you only need a few inches, and you saw the good block.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Reggie Ragland in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
In motion, Gronkowski.
Blue 90. Leopard.
Time running out here on the play clock. On play action, they'll throw. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. 5 wides in the game. 4 of them to the right side.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard!
They'll try and throw for it here. On the slant, he gets it to Gronkowski. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. And the Bills getting set to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now.
Looking for Watkins, and nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And now out come the Bills. Now Taylor on 1st down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. They come out here in the eye. And on the ground they go with a running back. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. A well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On 1st down, it's Taylor. Into double coverage. coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And here come the Bills. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this.
Here we go.
On second down, Taylor. A dump underneath to Jones. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And now it's third down. 7 yards remain now on third down.
Let's go.
Taylor will throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A gain of 11 and a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They're going to hurry back to the line now.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game. This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the...
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
Gun! All right, here we go. Green. All right, now look at 56. Look at.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
Watch him now, Barney. No. Check. Patriot. Over.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. He's got time. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try to put points on the board.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
Ohio! Here we go!
Now Taylor on first down. Right side complete. That's Woods. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. In the red zone this time.
Let's go!
On second down, here's Taylor. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. The offense facing a 3rd and 6. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now Taylor. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And Forbath will put this one through, but there is a penalty marker down. They might be forced to try this one again. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. They'll throw now on the final play. Finding time. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this one is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we send you down to Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry. So both teams have their marching orders and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Shift together here from the D-line.
Let's go!
On 1st down, it's Taylor. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
To throw again is Taylor. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. 3rd and 4. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here.
Flex round! Flex round! Come on, let's go!
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 3 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key 1st down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab.
Let's go!
From the gun, it's Taylor. Surveying the field. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ohio!
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On 2nd down, Taylor being chased out left. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their... reaching back with their feet, not just straight down, but back because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. And this seemingly endless drive continues. They'll come out in the pistol. On 3rd and goal, Taylor. He's got time in the pocket. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Their dangerous wide receiver. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Bills have cut it to within a score. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Taylor going to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep, and this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Patriots add on to their lead. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard. With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now Taylor. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And it's picked. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one. And it could be the backbreaker. And now it's blocked. And all the defense has it. But he will not be able to bring this one back. And the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I remember when they changed the rule, and there's a lot of consternation, especially coming from the kickers. Okay, how's this going to affect things, having to kick a longer one now, much more of a field goal attempt? And the defensive guys saw it as an opportunity to get more block.
That's exactly right. There's more effort now. Before, when it was snapped down near the goal line, you would basically see guys just stand there.
Yeah, not anymore. Now, those guys are going after it because not only can they knock it away and change a little bit of momentum,
they can get 2 points.
They can pick it up and take it back for 2 points.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Here we go!
2nd and 10. It's Taylor again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Here we go!
They'll throw on first down with Taylor. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Wide, get wide. Here we go.
Taylor will throw again. Firing quickly here, that's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Brandon, what we just saw there is something we hear from coaches throughout the league. How are you going to defend what they call the moment of truth ball? Meaning a 50-50. The ball's in the air. Defenders.
And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. Dante Hightower. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. To throw is Taylor. And that is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Now Taylor. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 27 yards on the game there. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. And quickly, they get to the line. Now Jones. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Matt Jones taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bills get a bit closer. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs. Back now in Foxborough. We get set for the fourth quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. A gain of 3, second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up in the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Double tight. Leopard! Check safety.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. A couple of Bills team up to bring him down there. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Tight right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push them back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
Single. Got a single in the slot.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he showed a nice little juke, but then the window quickly closed. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Gun! Check. Gun!
Halfback sent in motion.
Ringo.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there for New England. 46 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a Turkey Bowl, a Thanksgiving Day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Watching that body. Green 39. Green 39. Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go.
Play clock winding down. And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. First down and goal. The offense knocking on the door. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. A great play there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. And he's gone 2-2 on us now. 2 receiving touchdowns, now his 2nd rushing touchdown.
And that's the back of the NFL nowadays, isn't it? The ability to do everything. You can't just be one or the other. The best ones, able to run it, catch it, and produce. Big-time points put on the board by him.
This will be fielded at the 6. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again.
Taylor hit. He lost lost the football, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Like any team, they would have loved to have had more yards on that run, but it looks like they just want to get to the 2-minute warning and see what they want to do after that.
They come out here in the eye, and they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. It's the fullback, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And that will bump the lead up to 26. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Oh, nice move. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. On 2nd down, here's Taylor. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Simple slant route and part of a really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So 2nd and 10 here.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Taylor over the middle. He's got Watkins. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. So completion on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They come up in an offset eye. Now a handoff looking right. They find some open field here. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Check, tight right. Solo out there, check the outs out there. All right, here we go. Leopard! Detroit!
He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Bills' offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. 2nd and 10. It's Taylor again. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Come on, let's go! Flex round!
From the gun, it's Taylor. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And we're hitting the end of this one, and it looks to probably be the final play. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. One last shot for Taylor. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Pats, they start the campaign with a victory in front of an enthusiastic home crowd for a Sunday night. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Seattle Seahawks come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Patriots winners here at home as we say so long from Foxborough.